Hey guys, okay, here we are. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Abraham Hicks. Now, when I first started watching Abraham Hicks, and if you don't know Abraham Hicks, you've got to check them out. When I say them, it'll all be clear if you don't know, but if you do know, and you're like me, I watched about, I don't know how many, countless hours, or I watched them on YouTube. They have a podcast, which is also very good. But I became obsessed with watching Abraham Hicks videos. Now, a ton of people do these and they animate them, and there's loads, and I'll put a playlist up there of a few different ones that I like as far as channels and things like that. But one thing that I noticed that they don't talk about specifically over all of the countless hours that I watched. Now, I started watching these when I became very depressed, and they made me feel so much better. I don't think they particularly got me out of my depression cycle, but they made me feel a lot better. I just felt happy listening to these. And I listened to them all the time. I would just lay there and listen to them for hours and hours and hours. But the one thing that struck me that I've learned since then that they don't talk about in the money manifestation, which is primarily what Abraham Hicks talks about, because that's what people want to talk about. People want to talk about manifesting money. If you watch one of my earlier videos, I put a link to that up there, that happiness doesn't come from money. And I'm going to do a lot about this because people think that happiness comes from money when it's the opposite. Money comes from happiness. So you have to understand that. Like, if you're happy, the money will come. You can't just, it doesn't work in the reverse. And I'll post some links to some other videos up there that where celebrities talk about all of the money that they have doesn't bring them happiness. So listen to that, people. If you're there trying to manifest money because you think it's going to make you happy, that is where you're going wrong. Manifest stuff all day long, but you are already doing it, like all the time, as Abraham Hicks talks about. You're manifesting all the time, whether you like it or not. And all of these quote-unquote gurus trying to tell you to use the 2-cup method and use the journaling method, like you're doing it all the time. Watching this video, you're just doing it like all the time. You don't have to think about it. But the one thing that Abraham Hicks doesn't talk about, at least in most of the videos, and I watched a lot of videos. I mean, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of hours that I've watched of these. But the one thing that Abraham Hicks doesn't talk about, one thing, is that you need a vehicle to bring the money into your life. You need something to do, a passion, something that when you are thinking about all of this money, it's not just going to fall out of the sky. You need something to attract that wealth to you, and you can do it, but you just need to have a vehicle. You need to have a path for that money to come to you. It's not just going to fall out of the sky. It's not just going to wind up on the ground, and it's not going to make you happy. But be happy and have a vehicle, and the money will come to you. I promise you that. Stop watching all these gurus that tell you do this method, that method. By doing that, by looking at all of these methods that how to manifest money in 15 minutes, you're doing it already. like, stop watching these videos, because when you do that, now it's great. I still actually watch these, right, just out of interest, okay? But I know that watching these and trying methods is not going to help, because it's like Abraham Hicks says, you're doing it all day long, every single day. You can't not do it. So try to remember that. And please, I hope you watch this. Please, I hope people watch this and get it. And I see so many videos where people just, like, 15 million views on some person doing a 2-cup. You got to do the 2-cup method, and you'll manifest money in 15 minutes. But you're like, that's not going to happen. And because it's already happening. You don't need a method or something to do it. So please get that message. You do need a vehicle, a path for the universe to deliver the money to you. So focus on that. Do what you love, and that path will just open to you. Trust me. Please trust me on that. It will work for you. Okay? Trust. Trust in the universe. Trust in yourself. Don't trust in all these gurus that try to tell you things. Like, don't trust me. I'm on the YouTube as well. I'm on the YouTubes. But don't trust me either. Trust yourself. Trust the universe. Stop watching gurus. Stop watching this. Go manifest. I love you. Peace and love. Namaste. Namaste. I love you. Peace.